Okay, so today's topic is called leadership in troubled times. I guess this is a very, very important topic. Why? Because we are in troubled times, right? True? We are in troubled times now, huh? Lesser jobs, shittier pay, the inflation. Some of the countries are still suffering from COVID. Yeah, man, the Russian war, right? If you're from Central Asia, I guess the war has affected the people there as well, although they are not exactly involved in the war, but they're affected. So when you have troubled times, crime rates go up, more robberies, more murders, more burglaries, more scams, right? There's a lot of phone scams nowadays, right? So we are actually in a lot of troubled times now. So obviously it's not easy, it's really, really not easy now. Even for me, I'm an older guy now, I'm 47 years old. So I also know it's not easy. Okay, I've been talking to a lot of Burmese trainees, if you're from Myanmar, right? A lot of Burmese people are complaining that life is hard because of the army situation there, so yeah. So these are troubled times. Now, when I always tell people in terms of, how to struggle in today's lives, I always tell people it's really, really difficult trying to change the things that is surrounding you. You understand? It's really, really difficult. How can you change your government? You can't. How can you change your family, right? Mildred Galicia cannot change her passport, to a different family. Some of you are married, children, family, so you can't change much. Seriously, you can't, right? Some of you are born in poor families. That's the truth, huh? Some of you are born in poor families. I was born in a poor family. So when you're born in a poor family, there are actually more obstacles, right? Some of you come from countries that doesn't give you a lot of freedom to do a lot of things. So it's not easy. And I'm going to tell you, it's really, really not easy. In fact, it's quite depressing. It's really depressing now. Recently I have a training in Bali, Indonesia. I was talking to a lot of people. It's all bad news. Really, it's so depressing. So I always tell people, since you cannot change what is surrounding you, the only thing you can do is to change yourself. You think about it. If you cannot change the things that are surrounding you, the best thing you can change is yourself. So that's what today's training is about. Leadership. Leadership comes from you. It doesn't come from the country. It doesn't come from your parents. It doesn't come from your elder brothers or elder sisters. It comes from you. All right. So the first topic is common sense in troubled times. What do I mean by common sense in troubled times? Now, when things are shit, when things are difficult, when things are stressful, I always tell people the best way to solve all these stressful times is to use common sense. Common sense, okay? Like I have a lot of lady students here today, right? And then if you're from the Philippines, our Filipino ladies, do you think Filipino ladies are emotional people? Put a thumbs up if you agree with me. Filipino girls, Marianne, right? Super, super hype, emotional, right? Super, super crazy. with emotions. Do you think by being emotional can resolve problems? You can't. That's the truth. You can't. So why do people continuously be emotional when it comes to problems? So the first thing is, when you are facing troubled times, you got to be mentally prepared for unpleasant conditions. Do you understand? Prepare yourself for unpleasant conditions. Now, what do I mean by this? You know, every day I'm receiving resumes, you know, of people telling me that they want to work in Singapore. Okay, because, you know, Singapore is considered one of the richest countries in the world, and a lot of people need money now. Not just need money, they need good money, right? Because most people would think that money is the solution for all problems, which is sort of true, but it's not the solution for all problems, but it can be a solution for most problems. So all these very, very naive foreigners, naive, I use the word naive. Okay, sorry if I upsets you. Okay, naive. Mr. Benson, you know, can I apply for a $5,000 job? Mr. Benson, can I apply for a $4,000 job? Mr. Benson, can I apply for a $6,000 job? Mary Ann, if I offer you a $5,000 job, will you be happy? Of course you'll be happy, right? I'll be the most handsome Chinese man on this earth if I offer you that salary. Right? All of a sudden I become the most handsome man on this earth, right? If I'm going to pay you $6,000 salary, $8,000 salary, oh my God, Mr. Benson is the most handsome man on this earth. But I want you to think carefully. If I'm going to pay you $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, and you think it's going to be pleasant, you are incredibly stupid. Seriously, the higher your pay is, the more unpleasant the job is going to be. Most people don't understand that. So when it comes to trouble times, the first thing you got to be mentally prepared is unpleasant conditions. Now, I have a project, and it's a true project, right? It's called, this is a very, very challenging project, and it's designed for Central Asians. Okay, and I call it the hybrid office skill program. Okay, let me explain to you. Obviously, if I'm successful in this project, I will make a lot of money. I'm not going to lie to you, Marianne. I'm going to make a lot of money. It's because this is to help Central Asians get jobs. Okay, so what does the hybrid office system works? That means we are teaching Central Asians office skills, you know, social media marketing, you know, basic accounting, you know, those skill sets that allow you to work from home. Do you understand? To allow you to work from home, because you know, the Central Asians will have a lot of difficulties getting visas to Singapore, to America, to Australia, to many countries, right? And then because why Central Asia is because Central Asia is part of Asia and part of Europe. If you understand the geography of Central Asia, they're very mixed. They have the Asian blood as well as the European blood, right? So the aim was to train this bunch of people so that I can find American bosses, Australian bosses, UK bosses, you know, Japanese bosses, Singapore bosses, you know, those countries with high GDP, to hire these people as administrator, but they are working from home. Do you understand? So I might be an American company in America. Then I'm hiring Mr. Azibek. Yeah, he's from Central Asia. Mr. Azibek. And Mr. Azibek could be from Uzbekistan, right? That means he's working from home. So all the phone calls that comes in will go to him. So you pick up the phone in Uzbekistan. He will talk to the people and send a WhatsApp message to his American bosses, something like that. And then of course the Uzbekistans will be happy because we are telling the American bosses to pay the Uzbeks about 700 USD per month, which is their above average salary. Okay, is it unpleasant? Do you think it's easy? Do you think American bosses are queuing up for Central Asians? What do you think? Do you think the UK bosses are queuing up for Central Asians? What do you think? Is it unpleasant? Yes, it's fucking unpleasant. You should I always tell people, when there are troubled times, there's always opportunities. That's what I feel. I always feel like that. When there's problems, there's always opportunities. So the key thing is that you got to be mentally prepared. Most people that are struggling today is because when they see problems, they are bitching every day. Oh, why is there a problem? Why is my country so corrupted? Why my boss doesn't like me? Why I cannot find jobs? Of course you cannot find jobs. It's in recession now. What makes you think that during recession, you will have more jobs? What makes you think that there's an inflation going on, there's a few wars going on, right? And you think that life is going to be easy? And when you are into troubled times, when you don't adjust your mindset in the right frame, you're going to lose out. You're going to fall into depression. Just like recently, I hired a few new guys to work for me. A few Burmese, right? Because we're starting a project in Bali. So some of the, I was speaking to one of my managers, whose name is Rain. Okay, he's a Burmese guy, but he's a manager position. So when I looked at the Burmese people, and I told Rain, please don't be fucking crazy. Please do not think that this Burmese can do the job. Our job is to make sure that the Burmese can do the job, but we are not crazy to think that the Burmese can already do the job. That should be your initial mindset during troubled times. Okay, so that's number one. Prepare for unpleasant conditions. Number two, common sense. Be direct. Be direct. Show authority. Show leadership. I always believe when there's a shit storm coming, whether there's problems in paradise, I want to be as direct as possible. I don't like to waste time. I don't like to tell, oh, Miss Zimba, Phil, don't worry, life will be better tomorrow. Oh, don't worry, in Myanmar, tomorrow the army is going to be okay. They're going to provide 50 million jobs for you guys. I don't like that. During troubled times, it's very important to be direct. When you're broke, it's important to tell your parents that, Dad, Mom, I don't have money anymore. Honesty is the best policy during this period of time because you don't have time to waste. Can you imagine now, if you don't have the common sense during troubled times, right? And then every day you're facing the same problems, you have friends lying to you, you have your boyfriend giving you empty promises, right? Girls, right? Yes, right? Right? Oh, then you get stressed out and then you start scolding your boyfriend because you're an idiot, because you're not preparing for unpleasant conditions. You are an idiot, right? So I think differently. Everyone that promises me something during troubled times, I will never believe. I'm going to work hard. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm not going to believe. You understand? So you must have some common sense in that area so that you have to be as direct as possible. Because you have no time, because when troubled times comes, problems will always be increasing. Problems will not be decreasing. So you have no time for bullshit. As direct as possible, as honest as possible. Show leadership. Next one, consistent with the right attitude. Now, who goes to the gym? Put up your hands, put a thumbs up. Who goes to the gym? Anybody goes to the gym here? Come on, don't be shy. If you go to the gym, okay, who goes to, let me see, anybody thumbs up here? Who goes to a gym on a regular basis? Okay, Miss Roslyn Rama, okay, she goes to the gym. And Mr. Majake Rumo goes to the gym on a regular basis. Now, we all know consistency in the gym is important. You are not going to get into shape if you go to the gym once a month. You're not going to get into shape if you go to the gym 3 times a month. It has to be on a daily basis if you really want to see the right results. So it's the same thing. When you have all these problems in your life, you must be consistent with the right attitude. It's not like today, I am this person, tomorrow I'm that person, the following day I'm another person. That's not consistent. That's not consistent, and you cannot able to deliver good results if you are not consistent in the decision making, the right things to do, the right way to do. I'm going to give you another good example. Recently, we have some issues with some of our candidates going to Qatar for jobs. This is a true story. What happened was we have a few clients. One is the Doha residents, one is the Ritz-Carlton, and one is the Intercontinental Hotel. They are supposed to hire some of our trainees, okay? So they interview our trainees, they like our trainees, but I do not know why, but they're delaying the visa process. You understand? That means, let's imagine if I hire Mildred and I want to put her at, Ritz-Carlton, Qatar, and maybe I hire Roslyn, I put her at Dubai Intercontinental Hotel, right? I selected you, I interview you, you're happy, everybody's happy, the pay is good, blah, 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 everything's done, okay? And then they delay the visa. They really delay the visa. They delay for a few months, not just 1 month, about 2 to 3 months. And every time our guys from Singapore is chasing them, hello, Mr. Gill, how is it? Hello, Miss Chamika, how is it? Every day we are chasing. Okay, so in the end, it's still pending. I mean, they select the person, they really want to hire the person. The next step is just the visa. Oh, God, headache. So what happened? I got angry. I'm not angry at the customers because the customers, there's nothing you can do, right? If they want to delay, they have to delay. But we still have to do our job. Our job is to call them on a consistent basis. Every day we call them with the right attitude. And not only that, I set up a secondary team to find them jobs in Singapore under Marina Bay Sands, the casino. So in the end, about 17 of our candidates got selected for Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. Now, how did I do it? Why should Marina Bay Sands be interested in hiring our trainees? It's not like our trainees are special. You get my point? It's not like our trainees can create magical result. They can't. They are all normal people just like you, right? So I told them the key is not thinking about whether you can do it or you cannot do it. During troubled times, you will always have this fucked up feeling, thinking that, whether I can do it or cannot do it, like Mr. Velu, Punita, Raja, am I right to say that? Right? Oh, fuck, man, whether I can do it, I cannot do it. Oh, what happened if I fail? What happened if I pass? What happened if I this? What happened if I'm that? What happened if I'm pregnant? What happened if I'm not pregnant? Hey, come on. When troubled times, you cannot control shit anymore. You just got to continuously do it. You got to trust the process. You got to trust that it will work. So you have to just do it. And that's what we did. And not only that, now all our candidates have 3 job offers. This is a true story. Okay, they have 1 job offer in Dubai, 1 job offer in Doha, 1 job offer in Singapore. So how did that happen? Because we just shut the fuck up. And with the right attitude, we don't care whether it's achievable or unachievable, because you cannot control problems. You must have the right attitude, the consistent attitude to continue, and the things will work. Why? Most people stop during trouble times. How many of you have stopped doing things when you face problems? And be honest with yourself. How many? A lot of you, right? Do halfway. Oh. Yeah. Now I'm pretending to be a princess. Oh, it's so difficult. Think carefully, right? You have a relationship. You have a fight with your husband last night. And then just everybody be bitches and don't do anything. And you think the problems will go away? No. Let me explain to you. It's like going to war. Okay, I'm a Singaporean, right? So for people that know Singapore, the Singaporeans, they serve national service, right? So all men in Singapore have to go to the army and serve the country for about 2 to 3 years, okay? So during my army days, my officers always tell me, when you go to war, right, you must be prepared to die. That means you're already dead. Do you understand? You are already dead when you go to war. But of course, you're alive. So when you are preparing for unpleasant conditions because you have already died, all you need to do is just continuously get your rifle up and continuously firing the bullets. And that's what a lot of people fail to do. A lot of people, when they face certain problems, they stop. They stop and they analyze. They analyze, analyze. Like some of you maybe are looking for a job, right? So you send your first resume, nobody call you. Your second resume, nobody call you. Your third resume, nobody call you. Your fourth resume, nobody call you. And then you stop. So The right attitude is important. Okay, next one. Be competitive and heart-driven. Now, okay, this is something that maybe your parents have teach you something different. Most parents today are very nice. It's true, huh? Like if I happen to go to your house one day, if I go to Victoria, Ria's, Muna's house one day, her mother would definitely cook me nice Filipino food, for sure. If I go to Manoj's house in Thailand, Mr. Manoj's parents will definitely cook me nice Thai food. If I go to Mr. Uyen, the dump, sorry if I pronounce the name wrongly, the dump, right? He's from Bhutan. 100% his parents will cook me nice Bhutanese food. Now, sometimes you think about it. Is nice a good thing during troubled times? Think carefully, yeah? Do you think nice is good during troubled times? No, I don't think it's good. Respectful and nice is different, huh? There's a different meaning. Now, I believe that during troubled times, you need to even compete more. You need to be ultra competitive. Ultra competitive. That's what I told my staff recently. Okay, I told my staff recently, right? I think yesterday I had a meeting with some of my Singapore guys. If you follow our Facebook, if you follow our Instagram or Facebook, last night we had some sort of a Chinese New Year dinner with some of our Singaporean guys, right? So when I was talking to my Singaporean guys, I told them, we have to be even more competitive. We have to be even more competitive. I told my Singapore team, do you understand what's happening now? There's an incoming recession. There's a lot of problems. Everybody that's surrounding us wants to take money away from our family. Do you understand now? Okay, Mr. Value, all your fucking friends want to take the best jobs. He doesn't care whether you get a job or not, although he's your friend. You understand? So, because your parents are nice, your parents always tell you, you have to be a nice person. Yeah, I know that, but not during troubled times. Your parents teach you to accept who you are, to accept what you have, and let God decide. Some of you come from religious families. Now, I'm sorry. God always give us some special things. God don't decide what we have, no. If you read the Bible, the Quran, all the religious books properly and understand the true meaning, God don't give what you want. God gave you a set of tools. You understand not? You use that tools to build into whatever you want. So many people don't understand this. And because of that, no, let's wait for the crisis to be over. Let's wait for this to be over. Oh, we must be nice to everybody, right? If you go to the Facebook, Instagram, oh my God, man, every day I see posts about let's be sweet to everybody. This is the Korean style of love, right? Let's be sweet to everybody, right? The Koreans do this, right? Man, the Koreans don't care about us. Come on, get the fuck out of here, okay? You think the Koreans care about what's happening in Myanmar? You think the Koreans care about what's happening in Malaysia? Get the fuck out of here, okay? Stop talking shit. You understand? You have to be ultra competitive during bad times. So I told my team, I said, you see all those people outside now? They want us to die. They want us to die. They want to take food away from me. Just like COVID. COVID, look at all the people in COVID, wave to everybody. And COVID is my staff from India, right? Man, you see all these people, they want you to die so that they can take over your job. Okay, so you better wise up. You see, you must have the competitive nature. Hey man, how are you going to win? How are you going to survive? Yeah, I know the problems are everywhere. God, let me explain to you something about problems. Last night, again, true story. My car broke down at the middle of the road at around 5 p.m. Singapore time. So what I did, it's traffic jam, peak hour. So I pushed the car to one corner at a handicap park zone. Understand? So I call my Singapore suck when it comes to towing service. So when I call the towing service, nobody pick up the phone. So I call my mechanic. My mechanic told me, he said, never mind, Benson, just leave the car one night. Maybe tomorrow will be okay, and let's see how it is first. So I park on the handicap zone. And you know, Singapore is a country of fines. They always fine you for doing whatever, okay? So I wrote a piece of paper with my number. Say that, hey, please don't fine me, okay? Please don't punish me. My car broke down. It cannot be moved. And I put a paper in my car. True story. Later I'm going to put the picture to COVID, and then you can show to everybody here. Happened last night. So what happened is that 3 a.m. in the morning, true story, 3 a.m. morning, my phone rang. The police call up. Why? It's because my car, I have no bloody idea. The alarm just go off. Beep, 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 non-stop at 3 a.m. in the morning. And that's a residence area. So a lot of people were bitching and complaining. So they're going to wake up at 3 a.m. Shit, they're going to take a taxi, which is so expensive in Singapore at night. Midnight charges to there. Wait for 3 hours for the fucking poor people to come. And then I'm going to take a taxi back to home. I spent almost 60 Singapore dollars. 60 Singapore dollars is 50 USD at 3 a.m. in the morning. And I did not have enough sleep today. Now imagine if this problem happened to you. How would you feel? I felt nothing. Really. I felt nothing. Yeah, a bit frustration initially, but I felt nothing. You know why? Because I don't care. I got to be heart-driven. You have to be heart-driven during trouble times. Every day, there will be more problems, not more solutions. Don't you understand? Don't you understand there's a recession going on? Don't you understand there are people that wanting to get jobs away from you? There's a war going on. Inflation, COVID is not 100% over yet. You know? Retrenchment, right? Many companies retrenching people now. You have to be heart-driven. Now, the last one, you have to have more direct face-to-face conversation. Now, listen, because we live in a social media era. Now, all of you have families, some of you are managers, some of you are supervisors, some of you have your own business, you're working with customers and everything. During trouble times, don't communicate with people through message. Okay? David understand how I operate. Every single time when I talk to people, I hate messaging. I record my voice. They need to hear my voice. Right, David? They need to hear my voice. I hate messaging. Zoom face-to-face or face-to-face person. Why? Because, because of social media, because of the messaging world, we lose a lot of connection. Do you understand? We lost a lot of connection. So when we lost a lot of connection, sometimes when somebody messages you something, you might not understand the importance of the thing that need to be done. You know, just like today, I could have used a video recording session to talk to everybody, right? I record in the video, I press play, you attend my class. But I hate it. I don't like it. So I always tell people, please try to open your videos. Why do we need to do that? Why do I need to get you guys to open your videos? It's because I want to see your facial reaction. I want to see the human value of the particular person that I'm talking to. You are here for a reason. You're not here to see my beautiful face, you know. You are here because you hope that you can learn some shit from me that can help you. Right? So can you imagine if you cannot see my face and I'm doing the training? Small things matters. Believe me. You know, if you get into a fight with your boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Roslyn, Bonalis, okay? Miss Bonalis, maybe you have a fight with your boyfriend. All right, maybe. I know. Let's imagine that you have a boyfriend, okay? All right. So you have a fight with your boyfriend, right? You send message, he send message, you send message, you send message, you send message, you send message. It's not going to help nothing. It's not going to solve shit. You just get angrier, right? Tell your boyfriends, hey, come bring your ass down to my house now. Like old gangster rules, you know, the old gangster way. Sit down. What the hell is the problem? Oh, that's it. Think about it. You think about it. Because why people do not want to talk to face anymore is because we think that confrontational methods is bad. You are wrong. Confrontational methods are great during troubled times. Now, I'll give you a good example. Now, you know the war in Ukraine, right? Zelensky and Putin, right? Mr. Zelensky and Mr. Putin. They have not seen, to me, it's very simple, right? If you have a problem, right? If you have a problem, why not talk face to face? Why is the war continuously there? What special purpose can the war bring to everyone? So why is it that Zelensky and Putin cannot see face to face on the table, trash it out, work out something? You know what they do? They send their ministers, they send their advisors, they put on Twitter to talk to each other. They put on, you know, they record them. I mean, they take a picture of themselves on the news, you know, so they use the news to relay the message to the Americans. So what did it solve? It didn't solve shit. More people are dying every day there. Right, same thing, right? Like some of you, maybe Miss Sherlyn Liwana, maybe you're upset with your husband or boyfriend, you get angry with them, right? And then you avoid him. Or they, you know, like behave like a top bitch, you know. Send him message, I don't want to see you. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. And then she send you 15 messages, you don't want to reply. What purpose does it serve? Now, seriously, what purpose does it serve? Now, some of you have issues with your managers at work, right? You're not happy with him, and then maybe Lydia, Lorica, you know, avoiding your manager. When your manager comes here, you go left. When the manager comes to your cubicle, you went to the toilet and hide. You know, for what purpose? What purpose does it serve? It serves absolutely nothing. When I have a problem in my company, maybe Govit knows me very well, right? If Govit is going to do some dumb assery things, you think I'm going to send you a fucking message? Govit, love message. Govit, have you taken your lunch? I'll call him on the fucking phone. So what the fuck are you doing? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so common sense in trouble times. So let me repeat again. Prepare for unpleasant conditions. Be direct. Consistent with the right attitude. Be competitive and hard-driven, and more direct face-to-face conversation. I repeat, the last key point. Trouble times is about speed. You have to resolve problems with speed during trouble times. Right? Can you imagine you have so much problems and every problem is delaying? Okay, good. Next one. Identifiable characteristics. Okay, let me type it out. Don't worry, I will give you the slide at the end of the class. Okay. Identifiable. Oh, sorry, I spelled it wrongly. Sorry. Identifiable characteristics. Okay, identifiable characteristics. Okay, what does it mean? It means that if you want to be a leader during troubled times, people need to identify with you. He must know that you are the man or the woman. Okay? You cannot be just an instructor giver. You know, instructor giver, like a big boss like that. Oh, I need to do, yeah, go do this. You can't. It doesn't work this way. During troubled times, as a leader, people must feel that they can relate with you. People must feel that this is someone that I can trust. This is someone that I feel comfortable with. You know, it's not just about the instructions, it's about your character. And during bad times, this is the best time to build trust. Let me give you one good example. You know, politicians, right? You know, politicians, when it comes to voting, they love a bad time. The more bad times, the opposition love a bad times. You know why? Because if there's a lot of bad, let's say imagine in the Philippines, a lot of people are suffering, a lot of bad times going on, and I'm the opposition party, you know, trying to fight for the votes to become the next president, the opposition party love it. They love it so much. So they'll build this character, this persona that he can be trusted. I'm suffering just like you as well. So we need to change the country together. You see? So while a lot of politicians are very, very smart, they always create this persona that you feel that, hey, that guy is like me, man. You know, that guy, that person is like me. You understand now? And then you get conned, and then you vote for him, and then he didn't do anything. And then you got scammed. You vote for him into power, and then he didn't do anything, right? And they start to fly private jets and have parties and everything. So it's the same. Of course, I'm not telling you to do that, right? It's the best time to build trust. So despite what you think, bad times is the best time to build your leadership skills. Seriously, I'm telling you the truth. Bad times is the best time to build your leadership skills. So there are a few key things that I want you to know. First, you need to act with integrity. Integrity means you must be fair. Okay, that means there's no such thing as this girl is prettier, I'm going to talk to this girl more. Like some managers are like that. Like Govit. Do you think Govit is pretty? No, he's one of the most ugliest men on this earth. But I treat him fairly. I can hire a pretty girl today. I can, right? I'm the boss, right? I can hire a beautiful girl doing the hosting. Hi, Miss Govit. Hi. I can do that. You see? But then if you do that, who's going to trust you? You understand? So you must act with integrity and show no favorism during hard times. And I don't. Govit knows that I don't show favorism. Huh? Next, you got to make strong decisions. Now, whether your decisions are right or wrong, I don't think that's important because nobody will know. Do you understand, guys? Nobody will ever know whether your decisions are right or wrong. So it's important to make strong decisions. It's because you need some sort of direction. Example, let me give you a good example. Like some of you are studying our diploma programs, right? Yes, right? Some of you are studying our diploma programs, right? So do you think this diploma program is right or wrong? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, my friend. Really, nobody knows. But I have to do something, right? I cannot stay at home and do nothing. I got to make strong decisions. So if I said I want to do something, I do it. I don't second guess. Yes, there's a chance that this diploma is shit. And there's this chance that this diploma is the greatest thing that ever happened to you. But you cannot don't make decisions. You cannot just sit down there, pray to God, and hope that the rich guy will knock on Pu Maya Suba's house, knock, 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 and he tell me, Maya, you don't have to work anymore, marry me, I'm going to give you $50 million a month. That's crazy. A decision is better than no decisions. Okay? Yes, it's true. Again, let me repeat again. Some of the decisions that you're going to make might be wrong. That's what I did during COVID. I lost millions of dollars during COVID because of bad decisions. One of the decisions was to hire COVID. Oh, right. So it made me lose a lot of money. Not smart enough. Okay. But I have to make a decision. So once you make a decision, the next step is to have the comprehensive knowledge to adjust the wrong decision to become a right decision. So I'll use Govit as an example. Okay, it is true that Govit made me lose a lot of money during the first 6 months of his time with me. But he's slow, he's different, he has a bit stubborn because he's a bit older. But since I make the strong decision to hire him, I got to stick with it. So I need to understand what comprehensive knowledge is. Comprehensive knowledge is how to handle someone like Govit. You understand? So example, I understand his character. I understand his, which I did. I understand his character. I understand his family background. I study his family background. I understand what he wants in life. You see, I understand how tall he is. I understand what do he like to eat. Yeah, it's important. Hey, do you know that Govit is my staff for almost 3 years? I have never met him face to face before. I only met him through Zoom and on a phone call, that's it. Right? So you need to have comprehensive knowledge to make the wrong decisions into the right decision. If you don't have comprehensive knowledge for certain things, you will never be able to adjust from a wrong decision into a right decision. So imagine, I want you to imagine now, imagine that I want to marry Miss Ivana. Okay, Miss Ivana, I think is ironing the clothes or something, right? So maybe I'm in love with her and I married her, right? And then I make the decision, oh, Ivana, let's get married, right? And I married her. Oh, shit. Ivana is the craziest woman that ever exists on this earth. So how am I going to resolve this problem? I need comprehensive knowledge about Ivana. So I must know, why is she crazy? Why is she psychotic? Did he had a bad experience? Did she, did she fall down the stairs 6 months ago and lost her head? So I need the comprehensive knowledge so I can handle her. So from a wrong decision, when I have comprehensive knowledge, I can adjust my decision and make it right. So comprehensive knowledge is important. Next one, follow the vision. Now, what is the vision? A vision is a bait. Bait means B-A-I-T. When you go fishing, right? You put a worm or a braid or whatever, because if you don't put anything on the fishing rod, you're not going to catch fish. So all of us must have a vision. Okay? Now, I can tell you the truth, 70% of you don't have a vision. Now, what is my vision? And I know it's going to sound crazy. My vision is to build the greatest company ever. That is my vision, really. It's really my vision, to build the greatest company ever. So for those people, again, if you follow our Instagram, on Facebook, we are always trying different things. We are always bringing stuff out for food. We always have gatherings. We are also very strict. We all work long hours together. Our pay is decent. I'm always focusing on training and upgrading our staff to make our staff better. So you see, so that's my vision. You must have a vision. If you don't have a vision, like now, every day is problems, right? Right? No matter how bad it is, every day is problems. The only thing that will keep you going and keep you strong is the vision in front of you. Okay, no matter what it is, the vision will always pull you towards the right direction. Like maybe Miss Marson wants to open a fried chicken restaurant in the Philippines. That's the vision. And of course, people will laugh at her. Oh, what fried chicken? Fried chicken has no business, blah, blah, blah. I think that's not important at the moment, but you need to have the vision in the front. Because if you have nothing to see in the front, how are you going to continue to move forward? And so most people are not happy today, or maybe just a bit contented today, it's because they cannot see anything in the front. They have no vision. So when you have no vision, means you have no dreams, you have no hope, you have no life, you have no this, yeah, it is a bad time. Hey man, I lost millions of dollars, man. You have no fucking idea how I feel last year. Trust me, you don't, right? But because of my vision, that vision kept me alive. That vision kept me continuously moving. You must have a vision. I mean, vision can be anything. Like maybe Mr. Azibek wants to go to America to work. Maybe Mr. Sadaki wants to migrate to New Zealand. Maybe Cheryl Zambala Singh want to marry the richest guy in the Philippines. I don't know. You understand? Ling Ang Kak, maybe you want to, I don't know, have a business in Myanmar. You must have a vision. If you don't have a vision during Trump, you see, it's like, everything is so bad now, right? A vision is like something is more practical than a dream or hope. Now, a dream is maybe Mr. Valu want to marry Giselle Bunchen, the Brazilian supermodel. That's crazy, Mr. Valu. Okay, my friend, don't be crazy. That is psychotic. Okay, your vision is to be one of the richest guy in your country. Is it possible? It is. Do you know that it is possible? Why not? There are a lot of poor people in your country that became rich. So these are evidence. So the vision must be there. Because every time you go down, every time you're tired, every time you're sad, every time you're this, the vision will pull everything together. So plant a vision in your head. Next one, be hardworking, diligent, conscientious, and involved. Hardworking, come on, please. Hey, listen. And this is important. You have to work hard. You have to work hard. If you are lazy, oh God, please do something about it, okay? You have to work hard. All right? Nobody gives a fuck whether you're the most handsome person on this earth, the prettiest woman on this earth, you have 6 PhDs, or you are a rich guy's son. Nobody gives a fuck. You have to work hard. Working hard is like going out. Okay? What do I mean by this? If you don't go out, you will not be able to find a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a job, new friends. True? Same. Working hard is the same. Working hard does not guarantee you to become a millionaire, but it guarantees you to survive. Okay, that's what I believe. Working hard does not guarantee you to become a billionaire or millionaire, but definitely it will guarantee you survival. You have to work hard. Okay, it doesn't matter whether your country is corrupted. It doesn't matter whether you come from a super poor family or you are the dumbest person on this earth. It does not matter. You just have to work hard. I work hard. Shit, today is 6 p.m. now. There's no one in my office. I'm the only guy here. I work hard. You have to work hard. You have to be diligent. You must be aware of what's happening. You know, a lot of people, sometimes they refuse to be aware of what's happening because they know the more I aware, the sadder I am, the unhappier I become, right? True? Like some of you have bank accounts, right? And in your bank account have no money, but you don't want to check your bank account because every time when you open your bank account, you feel sad and depressed. Oh shit, 0.05 cents, right? Man, so fucking what? Seriously, you know, one thing I really don't understand about people today, right? They are so like I don't, they're like always thinking about how people feel about them. If you are poor, so fucking what? If you are the ugliest human being on this earth, so fucking what? If you only have high school education, so fucking what? So what? So you got to be aware. Can you imagine? Things are so hard now, right? And then every day you're criticizing yourself. Oh shit, I only have 0.005 cents in my bank account. Oh shit, I'm the fattest person on this earth. Oh shit, how come I'm so dumb? Right? I can't even read books. So you have the external problem, and then you have the internal problem. How are you going to get out? How are you going to show leadership to lead yourself out of this problem? Now, if you are the fattest person on this earth, the solution is very simple. Eat less, exercise more. Ta-da! Magic. if you're the dumbest person on this earth, very simple. Read more books. Ta-da! Magic. If you are the laziest person on this earth, work at McDonald's in the daytime, work at Kentucky Fried Chicken at nighttime. Do a lot of jobs. Train yourself not to be lazy. Okay? Seriously, like for example, for those people who are lazy, you got to be self-aware, right? Hey man, do the Kentucky Fried Chicken job, not because you like Kentucky Fried Chicken, not because you think that the Kentucky Fried Chicken people are paying you the highest salary on this earth. No, you do the Kentucky fucking Fried Chicken job is because you want to work long hours so that you will not be a lazy ass. Put yourself in the line of fire. But some of you are scared, right? Timid, right? Have no courage, right? Volunteer yourself to go to war in Ukraine. Sign the agreement. When you are at the front of the war, trust me, courage will come. It will just come. Trust me, when you see 15 Russian soldiers firing at you, you will have courage. You will have courage. Right? So make yourself aware, okay? And get yourself involved. Okay, this is a key thing. This is a simple exercise that I always do all the time. Sometimes, I'm like you. Okay, you gotta understand. I'm despite whatever shit that I'm telling you now, I am just like you. I have my good days. I have my bad days. I have my lazy days. I have my hardworking days. I'm just like you. I'm normal. You understand? So I always get myself involved when I don't feel like it. You understand now? Like example, there are days that I feel down. Okay, maybe I have a Filipino crazy girlfriend that is scolding me all the time. So when I wake up, I don't have the mood to work, right? True? So what do I do? I get myself involved. I'll just call some of the guys. Come, let's have a meeting now. Let's find a way to make this thing better. You get yourself involved. Like maybe you have a fight. Maybe Iris to Tao Lei. Maybe you have a fight with your boyfriend last night, Iris, right? So how are you going to resolve this problem? Tell your boyfriend, fuck it. Let's go watch a love movie tonight. Do the reverse. It works, believe me. Cheryl, maybe you have a fight with your mother last night, right? Right? And then you're unhappy, she's unhappy. All you need to do is just call your mom. Mom, let's go shopping today. Trust me, it always works. Get yourself involved. Because when you're involved in something, it always makes things better. When things don't get better, it's because you're not doing anything. How many times when you see things don't work out for you, it's because you sit there and did nothing. You're just angry. You're just angry and stressed. Think how many times it's like that. You just, like Ling Ang Kant, You know, like there are times that you're upset, right? So what do? You did nothing. You just upset. Like a big baby, upset. And then upset one day, upset second day, upset third day, upset fourth day, upset fifth day, upset sixth day, and 1 week has passed, you're still upset. So the key thing is to get involved in many things, right? So for example, I want you to think carefully now. So let's imagine I have a fight with my friends yesterday. So what do? I have two choices. The first choice is to stay at home and sulk, stay at home and complain, stay at home and say why life sucks, why life this, why life that. Or I can choose an option. I can go to the library, right? Library, get some books, look at cooking books, look at cakes, how to make cakes. So when you are always involved in something, you know, things will work out. All right, so let me repeat again. Identifiable characters act with integrity, make strong decisions, always have comprehensive knowledge, follow the vision, be hardworking, diligent, conscientious, and involved. Okay, next one. This is something that you might like. Your personal weakness. Your personal weaknesses. Now, during troubled times, you have to tell yourself, no more weaknesses. Because when you are troubled, when things are bad, some of you are afraid, right? You're not a courageous person, so you feel scared. So when you're scared, you cannot get yourself out of it. Some of your weaknesses is shy. You're very, very shy. Okay? Same thing when it's trouble times. If you're shy, you're in trouble. Some of your weaknesses is laziness. Laziness, right? So when you're lazy, you know, lazy cannot solve shit. Everybody here is old enough to know that laziness cannot solve shit, right? You agree? Right? Everybody knows that, right? Everybody is old enough to know that laziness is a big problem. Who's stupid enough to tell me that, oh no, I think lazy is good? Come on. If you tell me that, you are the craziest person on this earth, right? So everybody here knows exactly what the fuck is wrong with yourself, right? Some of you know that you're lazy. Some of you know that you are emotional. Some of you know that you're crazy. Some of you know that you are, right? Who doesn't know your own weaknesses? Some of you are arrogant. Come on. There are some arrogant assholes here. You know that. You know who you are. Some of you are ignorant. You know exactly what the hell is wrong with you, right? So during troubled times, you have to suppress your weaknesses down. Because you know this, you got to do reverse now. You understand? Right? So sometimes where I have stress during troubled times, the first thing I need to do is I tell myself, I cannot be lazy. I cannot be emotional, because you got to adjust yourself mentally first before you can face the problem. So how are you going to do that? You can hide them, hide your weaknesses. Okay, even Mr. Velu, you are the laziest man in your country, right? And your family knows that. I don't give a shit. You better hide them. Wash the toilet, paint the walls, cook for your family. You got to hide them. Hide your weaknesses. Ignore your weaknesses. You must ignore your weaknesses. You must make sure that although you are lazy, you make sure you ignore that. Don't let the laziness catch up to you. You must accept your weaknesses. Accept means, yes, this is my weakness, but I'm going to do something about it. You cannot pretend that it doesn't exist. Okay, so these are some of the ways. You got to work on them. You got to continuously make sure to tell yourself not to be emotional every day. You got to expose them. Like, my company knows my weaknesses. This is something that I always use. I expose my weaknesses. I always tell my staff that I am one of the laziest men on this earth. So I tell them, so they know. So I cannot be lazy anymore. Do you understand? It's a reverse psychological way that I use on myself every single day. And then you got to rejoice in them. You got to laugh about your weaknesses. You see, most people, they don't understand that weaknesses is part of you. Do you understand? Like, some of the girls are what do you call it? Arrogant. This is who you are. It's part of you. It is part of you. It's hard to change that, but you got to rejoice with it. You got to understand who you are. If you don't adjust yourself internally, you cannot handle problems. So imagine that, remember earlier on, I mentioned to everybody, right? So can you imagine if I offer everybody jobs now, right? And I pay everybody 10 grand. That means I'm going to pay you $10,000 a month. So obviously all of you are going to be very happy. And overnight, I am the most handsome Chinese boss that ever exists on this earth, right? Because I pay you 10 grand. Because I use money to bribe you, right? So you know, when you take this 10 grand job, you know you're not qualified. You know that you're lazy. You know that you're emotional. You see, so you know all these weaknesses, you know. So you cannot bring the weaknesses out. Because if you bring the weaknesses out, you are going to fail. Just like, I know I'm lazy. I know I am. Really, I am. Lydia, I am a lazy person. A lot of people don't believe that. You know, a lot of my staff seriously do not believe that I'm lazy. But I know I am. But because I admit that I'm lazy, I'm always exposing myself so that I will not be lazy. If you don't adjust yourself internally, how are you going to help yourself to get out from the shit place that you are in? How are you going to lead people? You can't. So, your personal weaknesses, you must do something about it. Next one, going the extra mile. Now, this is for people that are in management or leadership positions now. Okay, leadership management position can be, you can be your boyfriend leading your girlfriend. It can be your husband leading the family. It could be a supervisor leading a team of people, or it could be you leading a small businesses, okay? So going the extra mile means extra things to do. Now, there's a Chinese proverb, which I'm going to teach you now. A Chinese proverb. It's called 以毒攻毒. Okay, what's 以毒? It's Chinese word now. Of course, none of you understand. Okay, but I'm going to explain to you what is it. 以毒攻毒. That means when you are poisoned, you use poison to fight poison. Okay? You use poison to fight poison. 以毒攻毒. So what do I mean by this? It means that when trouble times, you should work longer hours. Not the other way around. Because you're fighting poison with poison. So the first thing is to enhance managerial and co-worker productivity level. So your manager and you got to sit down and ask yourself this question: why we suck and how can we increase our productivity? Okay, you fight fire with fire. Second thing, you got to free up resources to increase production. Meaning, you know, everybody's on budget now, right? You're saving money, you're not spending shit. You're going to be even more stingy ass. That means the boss gives you this budget, you're going to find ways to make the budget even lesser. Okay? Next, you're going to reduce the need to use scarce resources for pure maintenance. So example, sack the toilet cleaner. In my company, I have no toilet cleaners during COVID. I'm the one going to clean the toilet. COVID is the one going to clean the toilet. My admin clerk is going to be the one going to clean toilets. So we don't want to use the existing. We want to free up all the unnecessary resources. You see? Next one, helping coordinate activities between groups. When trouble times, people are crazy. They are all over the place. You got to always connect more activities. Activities doesn't mean that you have to spend millions of dollars, bring people to fancy restaurants, bring people to, you don't have to do that. It could be eat at Mary Joyce Rosette Rubudo's house and make biscuits together. It could be as simple as that. It could be Miss Cheryl Zabala sings sing-along competition karaoke at her house. You understand? You got to conduct a lot of activities to pull all the people together. Like a shepherd. When you have to be a strong shepherd leading the sheep together. Okay? You got to increase performance stability. You have to always find a way to increase performance. Recently I have a talk with my staff, Mr. Govind. He was in the meeting. I told my staff, I said, when times are hard, men got to get harder. We have to attack harder. When times are difficult, we got to attack it more difficult. It cannot be, oh, times are hard, I do lesser. It cannot be, I have a lot of problems, I do lesser. When times are hard, you have to find a way to increase performance even more. Like me, okay? This year, I can tell you, I have destroyed all my competition. In my industry, in Singapore, I have totally annihilated all my competition. Really, it's true. Because our team is always finding ways to increase performance. Whereas those people, every day they are complaining, every day they are stressed, every day they are this, every day they are that, So what do I mean by this? Now, obviously we know in business, there's always ups and downs, right? If you do business, you will know any companies always have ups and downs. So when business go down, you have to take customers away from your competition. So let me give you a good example. Let's imagine that you all like to eat fried chicken. Okay, everybody here like to eat fried chicken. All of a sudden, there's a recession. Only 50% of you have the money to eat fried chicken. All right, but there are 20 restaurants. So when you are always increasing performance, that means you are taking all those chicken eaters from your competition to you. So your business is still 100%. Their business is actually 50% because of you taking the business away from them. They drop down to 25%. but your business is still 100%. So that's how I do it. Increase performances, stability. The next one, increase organization adaptation. Okay, this is what do I mean by this? This is called adapting. Now, same thing. If I'm your leader today, okay, if I'm your boss today, I swear to God, I will commit suicide by looking at everybody. I will have a nightmare managing you guys. Mary Joyce will give me the Mary Joyce problem. Look logo will give me the look logo problem, right? Mr. Manu will give me the Mr. Manu problem, Mr. Omar Bule problem, Mr. Moteza problem, because all of you are problems, right? True. So why you have problems? Because you are not quick to adapt. That's the truth. You are not fast to adapt to the current situation. So when the world go into shit, how many people are ready for the world to go into shit? You know, one of the biggest crises in the Philippines is that Filipino girls, I'm sorry, girls, don't get angry at me. Please do not hate me. Please do not go to my Facebook account and put hate comments, okay? I'm just trying to help you, Lydia. Promise me you will not talk shit on me on Facebook, Lydia. Promise me, okay? Promise me, Okay, one of the biggest crises in the Philippines is unwanted pregnancy. There's a lot of single mothers in the Philippines. You understand now? And when the ladies got accidentally pregnant, a lot of young ladies have difficulties adjusting, you know, and because the Philippines is such a Christian country, I don't think it's legalized to have abortion there. So they cannot do abortion there because it's illegal there. So when this thing happened, many Filipino women have difficulties adapt to society is because they don't believe that shit always happen. So they take a few years for them to adapt. You understand now? So rather than, if I'm a Filipino father and if I have 5 daughters, I will always tell my daughters to be, you know, to protect themselves. I will always tell them, hey, don't do this stupid shit thing. Make sure you wear a condom or whatever, you know, don't go out, you know, whatever, you know. So that is one of the biggest issues is the adaptability. People are failing today is because most of the people that exist on this earth have difficulties adapting to where the current situation is. Now, I hate IT. I'm shit in computers, okay? To be honest with you, I'm really, really shit in computers, right? So when social media came 10 years ago, my company was losing out because I'm not adept to social media. You know, I'm still a bit old school. We put advertisements in newspapers, we put advertisements in magazines, televisions, and things like that. So thank God, I'm fast in adapting. I'm shit at it, but I can adapt. And that's why our sales got strong, because a lot of our people are great in social media marketing now. Because the world is about social media now. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You cannot escape from it. But some of you still hate Instagram and Facebook. But if you want to do business, you must adapt. You cannot be so stubborn because nobody cares about your opinions. People only care about the world's opinions. You must make yourself to adapt. Adaptability is the key out of crisis. So can you imagine if you get yourself accidentally pregnant and you decide to keep the baby, but because you're so good in adapting your current crisis, you have no crisis. Okay, so I repeat again, extra mile, enhancing managerial co-worker productivity, freeing up resources to increase production, reduce the need to use scarce resources for pure maintenance. That means cutting costs, unnecessary costs, like stop drinking Starbucks coffee if you're broke ass. Okay? If you have no fucking money, stop paying $6 coffee to look cool. That's dumb. If you have no money, stop going to salon to make your hair yellow. Go and buy from the pharmacy and dye it yourself. Okay? Understand? Right? Help to coordinate all activities between groups, increasing performance stability, increase organizational adaptation. Okay? Next one. This is going to be interesting. Holding everyone together strategies. Okay, now, when there's a crisis, and if you're a manager, if you're a boss, if you're a head of the family, you got to hold everything together. Now, I think this is 5 fingers, right? This is a fist. So when you open your hand, if everybody work individually, you're not strong. But when you put the 5 fingers and close up together, it becomes a fist. So a fist is powerful. A fist is strong enough to kill someone. You know that? A slap can never kill anybody. But a punch in the head in the right way, someone will die. You see? Like that and like that, right? So you have to hold everything together. So I'm going to give you some strategies. The first, I call it the fellowship strategy. Fellowship strategy means how can I make, so it's all about interpersonal relations, you know, like how you hold the community together. So maybe you can have a barbecue session on the weekends, you know, so you got to hold the team together, but in a fellowship way. It's very, very interpersonal, okay? The next one is the political strategies. You got to build alliance. For example, you might not like your sister. Okay, some of you hate your sister, right? But because at the crisis, you have to work with your enemies. Do you understand? It's called the political strategy, just like how Poland is helping Ukraine now, right? To fight Russia, it's the same, right? So you need to build alliance, exchange of goods, exchange of this. Next one, the economy strategy. Everyone has a price. So imagine if you are small, if the head of the family, right? So example, if I'm the father of all my children and we are facing a crisis. So I told my wife, I told my daughter, I told my son, if we work together, daddy promise you, I will buy you a bicycle. And you tell your wife, your husband is going to promise you to buy a Gucci handbag at the end of the year if we pull it through. You understand? So that's called economy strategy. So economic strategy. So example, if you have some staff and your company is on the brink of closing down. So imagine Mildred Galicia, you have a cake shop. Your cake shop is shit, it's dying, no money, no business, on the brink of bankruptcy, right? But you have 3 good staff. You need to have three good staff to work closely together. Promise them shares. Tell them, hey guys, let's work together. If we are able to do it, I'm going to give you 10% of my company shares. And you should give them the 10% of the company shares if they manage to pull it through for you, because they deserve it. See, so that's called the economic strategy. The next one, the academic strategy, providing people with the right information and news to make the right moves. Now, during crisis time, there's a lot of fake news. You understand? A lot of fake news. They'll tell you that, oh, the Philippines is going to go to war with Japan now. Taiwan and Russia hate each other. You know, 80% of the population will lose their jobs in Indonesia, you know, right? You know, right? Bad news after bad news after fucking bad news. You don't even know what is right, what is wrong anymore. And it's true. Last year, I made a decision. Last year, everybody said that Singapore property prices will not increase. They talk shit about Singapore property prices, But guess what? Singapore property prices this year increased by 60%. The rental increased by 40%. The office rental increased by 20%. Because I did not have the right information. So the academic strategy is, before you judge anything, before you gauge anything, make sure that your information is fucking accurate. Don't just hear from your family. And this is important, right? Just because you have a loving husband doesn't mean that your husband is the right person to ask for career prospects. Just because you have the greatest mother on this earth doesn't mean that she's the best person to ask on how to run a business. Just because your friend is the best of the best of the best of the best friend that you ever had in your fucking life doesn't mean that he will give you good career advice. You understand? So academic strategy is important. Next one, the engineering strategy. This is something that I always do. Now, engineering is parts, components, right? Processes, materials, right? So when I see, like now I'm in Doha, I'm going to open an office in Doha, Qatar soon. It's true story. I have never been to Qatar before. I have never been to Doha before. Okay, so I sent two of my staff, Harry and Lester, to Doha. So why I want to go to Doha? Because I see a lot of recruitment agencies in Doha doing great. So why can't it be me? Why not? So the thing I need to do is to understand the engineering component. How did this Qatari recruitment agency do it? I need to understand the process. Just like everybody here wants a better jobs, right? True? Like you see some of your people go to certain countries, get great jobs, right? So he's a Filipino. You are a Filipino. He has the same education. You have the same education. Why are you shit and why is doing well? So you must understanding the engineering process. Maybe that girl is just better in terms of understanding that country's work culture better than you. So for anyone that wants to travel abroad to work, you don't expect Pakistan to understand you if you want to work in Pakistan. You must understand Pakistan and follow the Pakistani culture. Just like if I'm an Indian, I want to work in Vietnam. I'm not going to get the Vietnamese to listen to my stupid ass, right? I need to understand how Vietnam work. I must, although I'm Indian, but I must be like a Vietnamese to be successful in Vietnam. So that's called the engineering strategy. The next one, the military strategy. This one is I always use all the time. Military strategy is like army, right? So Russia is a good example of brute force, right? So sometimes when I work with my staff, being emotional, being crazy, being stupid, I always tell them, shut the fuck up. Just do the fucking job. Keep quiet. Do it. And guess what? They did it. Think about it. Just like your parents will tell you to wash the toilet, right? And then you, I got a lot of homework. Then your mother go crazy. Shut up. Wash the fucking toilet. Stop the nonsense. And then you wash the toilet. All of a sudden, you have skills to wash the toilet. Magic. Magic, right? Think about it. Think about it. Come on. Some of you have kids, right? So some of your kids are failing at school, right? And they give you a lot of excuses. Oh, my teacher hate me. My principal hate me. My classmates hate me. And make it like drama. Make it like Korean drama at school, you know? All the stories and all the shit, right? So imagine you're a mother now. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Tomorrow morning, you wake up at 5 a.m., go to school. When you come back, study 3 hours. I want to see you study 3 hours. He passed after 1 month. That's the military strategy. Right? When everybody is crazy, you just tell them, you hold the fort together. Hey, shut up. Come on, guys, shut the fuck up. Why are you bitching? Why are you being so emotional? Just do it. Do it. That's the military strategy. Next one, the confrontational strategy. Now, I always confront things. You have to confront the problems. You got to focus on things that people don't want to address. Now, during crisis time, a lot of people want to run away. A lot of people want to escape. A lot of people want to disappear because it's crisis, right? Right? Yeah, it's true. Most people are like that, right? So you have to confront them. You're going to force them to look at the fucking problems. Now, one of the things that I did with some of my stuff is COVID, fucking wave to everybody, COVID. I remember the time we teach COVID email marketing. Okay, one of his job is to find internship for our students in Singapore. That's one of his job, and he's from India. So obviously he has difficulties talking to people because Govind has an amazing voice. He sounds like a robot when he speaks. This is how Govind speaks. My name is Govind. I come from India. I am 25 years old. This is how Govind speak so that everybody can hear your voice. Unmute yourself. This is an order. Hurry up. Introduce to them. Quick, hurry up.
Hello everyone. I am Govind. I am Govind from India.
He speaks like a robot, right? But he's a nice guy. Seriously, he's a nice guy. He's a hardworking guy, all right? He speaks like a robot, right? I swear to God. Remember I told you, right? Embrace your weaknesses. Man, if I laugh at him and he's upset, he should die. Because everybody's going to laugh at him. But now he's strong. He doesn't care anymore. See, he doesn't give a shit about me anymore, right, Govind? Govind, say fuck you, boss. Say it. Hurry up. Say it. Say it. Come on, Govind. Say it. Say it, Govind. So, okay, what do I mean by this? So I told Govind, you sound like a fucking robot. Okay, and this is exactly the speech I have with him. Govind, you sound like a fucking robot. Nobody will listen to you. I confront him. It's disturbing, you know. I mean, it's like insulting him, right? But the truth is, he sounds like a robot. Who wants to listen to his presentation? Nobody wants to listen to his presentation. But I don't run away from the problems. I make people embrace the problems. So I don't go with it. Very simple. Fuck it. So what? So I teach him how to do email marketing, and he's an expert in email marketing now. You see, so can you imagine if that day I did not confront his robotic voices? What's going to happen to him? He's going to struggle at his job. He's going to fail at his job. So, confrontational strategy, okay? Okay, the last one. conclusion, summary, okay? First, what is the difference between me and you? Honestly, what's the difference between me and you? You wanna know? I have the right habits. That's all. I have the right habits. I did not have enough sleep today, to be honest with you, because of the last night incident. Okay? I could have easily get Wally to teach this class. I could have easily get Foizo, Rose, any of the fucking trainers to teach this class. Easily, because I'm the boss. You think Mr. Wally is going to say no to me? No. He will do it if I tell him. But because I have the right habits, I do it anyway. If you want to show leadership in crisis management, you know, the theory bullshit, the story, you know, the systems, you learn the theories, you learn all these things, is bullshit if you don't have the right habits. The difference between a poor guy and a rich guy. Now, I'm not sure whether you know rich people a lot. Now, I want you to carefully focus on who are your friends that are rich. Some of them cannot speak good English. You can. Some of these people have lower education than you. Some of these people are even shorter than you, uglier than you, fatter than you, dumber than you. But why are these people richer than you? Because they have better habits than you. So you need to have the right habits. Next, conscious awareness. What is conscious awareness? Conscious awareness is to really understand what's going on around your world. Like some of the people like to pat themselves. You know, they self-promote themselves, they self-praise themselves. Oh, I think I'm very smart. You know, there are people like that, right? I think that I'm very smart. I think that I'm very intelligent. Even some of you have good jobs, right? Please understand this. Sometimes when you have a good job and someone else do not have a good job, it could be luck. Do you understand? It could be as simple as luck. You know that boss son, and the boss son recommend this job for you. Not because you are talented, it's because you're luckier than that guy. So you must have conscious awareness of what's surrounding you. You cannot cheat yourself. You cannot bullshit yourself. You cannot lie to yourself. Next one. Intelligence and ability to put the mind to effective use. Okay. I think I'm one of the few persons on this earth that can control emotions better than anyone else. If I lose money today, I will not get upset. You will get upset. Please understand this. Your mind, you must be able to control your mind. When you're sad, you must tell yourself, fuck sadness. When you are depressed, you must tell yourself, fuck the depression. When you are jealous, you got to tell yourself, fuck the jealousy. If you want to be happy today, you can. Seriously, after today's meeting, go to the fucking mirror, smile like that. Okay, believe me, it works. Guys, listen to me. After today's, trust me, today, after you finish this meeting, go to the mirror, look at yourself and smile like this. Like idiot. Like a stupid idiot, huh? Like that. Seriously, I want you to smile like a stupid idiot. Okay? Really, I'm not lying, okay? Whoever is sad today, please, after this meeting, go to the mirror, look at your face, and laugh and smile like a stupid idiot. Automatically, you'll be happy. Automatically, you will be happy. Why? Because you can control your brain. Now, everybody do with me like that. Now, of course, you won't because you are shy. In front of the mirror, this is what you do. I swear to God, you'll be happy. Just like that. What the fuck? Right? Strange, right? Let me do it one more time. Let everybody pay attention. Let me do it one more time and show to you. Do it in front of the mirror. You see? Look how everybody happy. So that tells you that you can control everything in your brain. You can choose to be a bitch today. You can choose to be a kind person today. You can choose to be a sad person today. You can choose to be a happy person today. It's all in your brain. So when you control your brain, you always make the right decisions. Agreement with sound judgment. Now, a lot of people, they are bullshitting themselves. You understand? Okay? They are bullshitting themselves every single day. Now, there's nothing wrong with that because you need to give yourself confidence. You need to give yourself hope, nothing. But you need to have sound judgment in what you do. Do you understand that? For example, Crystal Balaban, Miss Balaban, you want to do boxing, huh? Okay, let's imagine you go crazy. You tell your parents, say, hey, I'm going to go and train myself to be a professional boxer. Okay, I want to fight men boxer so I can be famous in the Philippines. That is absolutely stupid. The man boxer will kick your ass because we are built differently. Woman is good for things, some things. Man is good for some things. That's why we are not the same. So how can you fight male boxers? You can't. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to have sound judgment. All of us need to have agreement. You cannot think crazy. You understand now? If you are the ugliest man on this earth, okay, let's imagine that Mr. Francis Nisuvu is the ugliest man on this earth, right? And then he said, I want the prettiest woman to be my girlfriends. Come on. Mr. Francis, please don't be stupid. That's not sound judgment. If Mr. Francis is the richest, ugliest African man in Africa, you see, things will be different. Ugly will be the new handsome because he's rich. When your girlfriends are crying, you give them $100 bills as tissue to wipe their tears. Sound judgment, common sense judgment. Okay, you understand? Some guys here are broke, no money. And then if you have the audacity to tell all the beautiful women in the world to hang out with you, man, you don't have sound judgment. Do you understand? Sound judgment. Next one. Practical intelligence. Yes. The last one. Practical intelligence. What is practical intelligence? Unfortunately, today, we have a lot of people with academics intelligence. So if I tell them to explain to me the philosophy of life, they're going to write a 200-page thesis report to show to me. But they have done nothing in life. You know, it's just like a business teacher that teach you business, but he has no money. So how can he be good business teacher when he has no money? Right? He's good in teaching you the information of the business, but he's not good in teaching you the practical aspects of running a business. So practical intelligence is important because it's realistic, it's real, it's the things that we face every day that make ourselves strong every day. And that's why practical intelligence is important. So let me repeat the conclusion of the things that you need to have. Right habits, conscious awareness, intelligence and ability to put the mind to effective use, agreement with sound judgment, and practical intelligence. Okay? Govit, can you put the slides on the chat box below? You know, there's a chat box below. Click on the chat box. Govit will put the PowerPoint slides on the chat box below so that you can download and keep it for use. If you cannot download from the chat box, please contact our trainers or our consultants that arrange you for tonight's training, and you can get it from there. Okay? All right, so as usual, we have come to the end of the training, but what I usually do is that I will allow people about half an hour to 45 minutes to ask me all the questions you need to ask to see how I can help you. But because there are a lot of people here today, I cannot unmute everybody. So please type your questions on the chat box below so that I can, find ways to help you. Okay. All right. Go. Okay. If you have any questions, please type on the chat box. Don't be shy, Okay, if you have any questions, please type on the chat box below. How to handle conflicts in leadership? Okay, this is a tricky question. Okay, the first thing you need to assess is, do you need him? Okay, do you need him? The importance of the person that is going to conflict with you, right? So example, if you hate your girlfriend and he's still your girlfriend, that is very easy. Right? So the key thing of any conflicts, the first thing you need to do is to understand the importance of that person that is going to be in conflict with you, right? Govit, do you think that you're important to me? Put thumbs up, important. Thumbs down, not important. Correct. That's why he has no conflicts with me. If he's going to have conflict with me, I'm going to sack his ass. It's that simple. So now you understand, guys? Now you understand? So a lot of people, when it comes to handling conflicts, you must know whether that person is worth it or not worth it. So if he's not worth it, fuck him. What conflict you need to have with him? Right? So I will not listen to Govit's bullshit. Govit, you want to have conflict with me? Correct, because he's not important. Or many of you want to replace him, right? Govit, put a thumbs up if you agree with me. Yep. So you see, simple. Okay. So clear? Next question. Thank you, sir. Just now starting new career. Thanks. This helped me to adapt to new management. Yeah, I'm happy for you. Identified points of agreements and disagreements. Now, it's very, very difficult to identify the points. Okay, why? Okay, let me explain to you. When it comes to points, you got to look at the individual character. Like, for example, if I'm a Muslim and you're a Christian, it's very, very difficult to understand whose points are correct. You understand? So if I'm a female and you're a male, same thing. And if we're going to have a point identification of certain things, it's very, very difficult to have the same points. So to me, it's very simple. How I do it is that, again, because I'm confrontational, right? So Govind is not going to challenge me. So usually whatever I say, he will agree. Right, Govind? Yes? Correct. You see? There you go. So if you're not at this level, it's very difficult to find the right points of each other because everybody is different. So the best solution is you voice your points and he voices his points and you negotiate. You understand? You negotiate. Okay, I take point number 1, 2, 3. You take point number 4, 5, 6. There. You understand, guys? So I repeat again, right? If you find out his points and your points, it's very difficult to make all points together. Very difficult. So you have to give and take. 50-50. 50% your points is correct. 50% his points is correct. So you adapt to both sides. Okay. Next one. How do you do? I'm good. How to handle anger in leadership? Control your brain. Remember I told you, right? Every time when you're loose, you're gonna be angry, you look stupid in front of the mirror like this. And I promise you, you will not be angry anymore. Do you understand? So it's difficult. You have to handle on your own. You gotta, I don't know, use different strategies, right? So next time if you're angry, you tell your friend to slap you in the face. Yeah, that's another strategy. Another strategy that you can use is look stupid in front of the mirror, so that once you look stupid in front of the mirror and you're laughing all the time, yep, you will not get angry anymore. Okay. Thank you for this wonderful topic. I'm so thank you. My question is, how can we be more like this? Our new modern way era, be more like. My question is, how can we be more? This is our modern way era. Thanks for the answer. Okay, I think the question you want to ask is, how can you make people accept a modern way of management, right? Now, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. Okay, because, you know, we live during this period of time. I realized that because, you know, we have so much generation of people, right? Like the 70s people, the 80s people, the 90s people, the 60s people are so different. And then, of course, you can see here we have different nationalities as well. We have Africans, Filipinos, Vietnams, Malaysians, you know, Central Asians, different. And then, of course, we have religion. Religion is also different. Like some people believe Catholic, Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, you know. So it's very, very difficult to make people to accept a modern answer completely. Like today, my job is not to convince everybody to believe me, because I know I can't. My job is to make sure that you understand me 70%. So if you understand me 70%, means I did a great job today. You understand? Like, for example, I use a lot of vulgar words during my training. Some of the people here hate vulgar words, right? So the 30% of you will tell me, oh, Mr. Benson, why you always speak vulgar words? But you like me 70%, but you hate me 30%. So my job is hard. Some of you will like me. I like vulgar words because it makes it funny and it makes it real and it makes it interesting, right? You understand what I'm saying? So my job is not to please everybody because I know I can't. So that's same as you. You cannot please everybody. You cannot make everybody listen to you. There will always be losses. Just like a football team. A football team will never win all the time. They will lose sometime. So you got to prepare for the losses. So for me, it's 30%. My job is to try to make 70% of you understand, and I'm happy. All right. Next question. Communication. Yeah, correct. What is the best strategy to become a good leader? Now, I think the best strategy to become a good leader is, again, the basics. Don't be lazy. Be hardworking. Upgrade yourself all the time. Put yourself in the line of fire. In the line of fire means you are always in the front. Build your courage. It's all internally. It's not externally. You want to be more and more courageous every day. You want to be smarter every day. Like even the classes that we give to you, if it's not enough, read more books. You understand? Read more books if the classes is not, you need knowledge all the time, you see? So the key thing is there is no end game. You know, being a good leader is there is no end game. It's not a project. You know, it's not a project. It's never ending. So it's a lifestyle. You have to every day find ways to improve yourself. It's like a lifestyle more than an end game or project. I'm a very strict person, but why is it mostly urgent, honestly make people hate you? Yeah, it's true. Okay, like me, I'm also a very strict person. Not everybody will like me. So if you are very direct, sometimes it's wrong. I'm going to tell you, it's something like you guys are different. I'm direct to you because I use strategies to make you accept me. Remember earlier on, I did mention to everybody during the training, right? I told you guys, some of you will like my training, some of you will not like my training, right? For those people who like my training, for those people who do not like my training, please don't hate me. Okay, it's just a training, you see? So one of the best ways to have lesser conflicts is to tell people first that, hey, I'm sorry, I'm a very honest person. Sometimes the way I speak, I can offend people. Please don't get upset. I might not mean anything, right? So you tell people your weakness first, right? So when people hear your weaknesses, yeah, you're like that. Don't worry, I understand. So preempt people your weaknesses, okay? I like how you explain very clear. Thank you. I got some idea. If I build my business someday, I highly appreciate. Okay, so for those people that want to talk to me, okay, I can give you my Instagram link and my Facebook link. But again, the biggest problem with me is that sometimes I'm so busy, it would take me a couple of days to reply you. Okay, Govi, you can pass my Instagram link and Facebook link on the bottom. Okay. Hello, sir. My business. How can you adapt good habits and be confident when you are shy and scared? Now, okay. Now, some of you are called home hermits. You know what's a home hermit? A home hermit means you stay at home and don't do shit. Okay. Now, you need to learn how to take baby steps. So what is baby steps? Just get a job. Work in a restaurant. Do you understand? Just work in a restaurant. Like I'm going to give you one good example. My daughter, her name is Carrie Ann. She's turning 18 this year. My daughter is a very shy person. She always stay at home, watch Korean shows, and don't go out a lot. And then she has the same difficulties like you, Arif. So what I did was I told my daughter, just get a job. You know, just get a job. But you must get a job in the line of service. In the line of service means you work in a hotel, or you work in a shop, or you work in a restaurant where you see people every single day. You understand? Right? So you put yourself in the line of fire. So I told my daughter to work. So she managed to get a job selling shoes in Nike. You know, Nike, the brand Nike, right? Nike or Nike, depends on which country you're from, the pronunciation, right? So now she's a shoe saleswoman, a part-time job. So I told my daughter, it's not about the money. The money is bonus. When you work in a shoe shop, you're talking to people, you're talking to customers, you put yourself in the open, you know, you get human connection. You understand? Right. So that's what my daughter did, and she's very happy now. She's getting less and less shy. So sometimes when we work, it's not because of I need the money. When we choose certain jobs, it's like going to school to train yourself to be different. Like some of you want to do business, right? Right. Some of you want to open a business, right? So I always tell people, if you want to open a business, my suggestion is do a part-time sales job first. Okay, because if you want to do a business, you must learn how to sell. If you cannot sell, try not to do a business, because most likely your business will collapse. So maybe Tenzin Yeshi can work part-time on the weekends selling insurance. Mr. Velu Raja can work part-time selling properties on the weekend. So put yourself in the line of fire. Use all the resources that you have. So for example, Kakak, Miss Amira Basman, you look like a shy woman, right? Go and sell Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, of course. You say, oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. No, it's not the stupid chicken. It's because you're shy. You understand? So you put yourself at the counter, you're forcing yourself talking to people, you are doing servicing, you're asking how's the chicken? Do you like this? Do you like that? So without you realizing it, you are taking actions to reduce your shyness. Okay. Sorry, my camera, I can't open it. I'm not in Arab family. It's my site working. Okay. It takes 2 to tango. Thank you. I think I answered this question. Thank you, Mr. Benson. By the way, I'm in Singapore right now. Is it possible to visit your office? Of course you can. Right, we have some students once in a while will come and visit us, but because in Singapore, I have 5 offices, okay? So please talk to our consultant. Our consultant are the ones that arrange you for today's orientation. They will try to fix an appointment with me, with you. Or maybe you don't want to see me, you just want to come and see the office. Yeah, we can arrange for you, okay? Okay, so how can you change your bad, poor self? Yeah, again, if you know that you are lazy, because some of you will know, right? If you know that you are shy, some of you will know. Get some part-time job. You know, like sell chicken. I told you before. The key is not to glamorize the chicken selling skills. The key is to make yourself talk to people. And I always tell that food and beverage jobs are the best jobs to make you hardworking. Why? Because you're serving customers all the time. See, you're standing, you cannot sit, right? Right? And it's very fast and very octane. So it's not the restaurant job that you want to get into. It's you want to change your habits. So put yourself in an F&B job. That will change your habits. Which supporting skills do you think are more important for a leader during in trouble times? Communication skills. Now, if you know how to communicate, anyone in the world will hire you. Because communication skills nowadays is getting from bad to worse because of the social media era. You know, we are sending messages all the time, right? We are Facebooking all the time. They're looking at Instagram. You know, some of you will go on dating apps. Some of you will buy tickets on the app. So we lack of human touch. We lack of communication. So if you are good in communication, that's one of the best skills that you can have. Okay. Thank you. I love the way. Thank you. Resilience, empathy, balance, and other important skills, very important, essential skills in leadership. Well, empathy, it depends on how you see. All right. I will only show empathy to people that deserves it. Okay, let me explain to you who am I. I'm a very empathetic person. But if you are fucking lazy, I will sack you. Not only I will not keep you, I will terminate you. I don't care whether you like me or not. Always give empathy to the right people. That's what my belief is. The rest is, yeah, you're right. Okay, way teaching is good. Thank you. What is the best way to handle rejections? Why do you care? That's the best way. You're not going to marry him. Some of you into sales, right? You're upset because somebody reject you. Oh, you're so sad. Fuck off. Come on, you're not going to marry him. You know, like sometimes when I talk to my staff, right, they are like you know, they're complaining, oh, I got so many rejections, so many this, so many that. I said, what the fuck do you care? Are you going to marry him? Are you secretly in love with him? If you're not, we only care about the people that we are in love with. The people that you love, yes, you are concerned about their opinions, right? But if these people don't bring value to you, like some of you have friends, right? Maybe some of you have 100 friends, 5 great friends, 95 useless friends. So why the fuck you care about the useless friends? They don't bring value to your life. What, unless you're secretly in love with him? If you're not secretly in love with him, what the fuck do you care? Again, come back to the empathy answer. Care about the people that care for you. Do you understand? It's the same. If the people don't care about you, why the fuck do you care? Oh, sorry, April, your daughter is there. I shouldn't use vulgar words, sorry. Apologize to her, okay? So you understand why you care? You shouldn't care, right? Okay, it's 4 a.m. the US time. Thank you. Okay, I think I've come to the end of the training. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well from last night. So again, there is no right and there is no wrong. Always remember this. Whatever training that you learn from me today, some of you will think it's good, some of you will think it's bad. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't complain. So example, if you think that I'm wrong today, it's okay. But when you become a leader, don't complain again. Just like some of you don't want to work hard. You know, some of you are lazy, right? So lazy people shouldn't complain. If you are lazy, it's fine. Be lazy, doesn't matter. But I don't want to hear you complain that you are broke. Because once you complain you're broke, you are an asshole. You understand what I'm saying? Like some of you think that being emotional is good. Because emotional means passionate, right? So when your husband go crazy and murder you, don't complain. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to tell you guys? Life is like that. There is no right and there is no wrong. I cannot say that I'm 100% correct. I cannot say that. What I can tell you is my experience and share with you. So I hope that through my experience, you can learn something and adapt something. And I hope that today's training can improve your lives. Okay? So that's what my job is to try my best to improve you. That's it. That's my job. Whether it's 5%, 10%, 100%, 50%, 30%, it doesn't matter. Just improve yourself. Okay? That's it. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. Hope to see you guys really, really soon. Bye-bye.